All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Okay, so we're going to go over what we can expect from the markets this week and just take an overall look at what's going on, look at BTC, look at some economic data that's going to be coming out this week, and then we'll play a few games of Blitz. Also, I passed 1400 this week, so very exciting and rapid. It took me a while. Actually, it took me a lot less to get to 1400 than it took me to get to 1300. And what I've noticed is, honestly, it's really the same type of competition. The only thing is you just have to pay attention to the blunders and, not getting pinned and forked. And then also doing a lot of puzzles help because you could see certain patterns a lot easier if you're doing the puzzles over and over. So I think that's going to be the case going forward, probably up until 1700, and just again getting cleaner with not making mistakes. Also, what I've found helps a lot is watching other games. So if everybody has access to YouTube, so go on YouTube and look at some of these professionals, look how they play. I don't necessarily need to be a professional, but a highly rated player that's giving out lessons and things like that. That helps. I'm very in tune with the top chess players that are doing events and stuff like that. I really don't, at least right now, I really don't enjoy the freestyle just because I'm trying to get regular chess down. So I'm not too, when those freestyle events take place, I'm not too involved in watching that. I'll take a look every now and then, but for the most part, I try to keep track of events that they're playing regular chess because I think that helps, right? You get to see different openings and how people handle different openings and so on and so forth, right? But yeah, 1400, pretty excited. I also won my first over the board game this weekend. Well, actually, no, I've won over the board games before, but with people I know, like family. But so I think I said it before, but at Whole Foods on Saturdays where I live, people go out in the food court area and they bring out their chess boards and they play chess. And I played a few times over there and I haven't gotten a win, but yesterday I got my first win. So I broke 1400, and then after that I went over to Whole Foods and I got my first win. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, very exciting stuff. Okay, let's get into the updates and let's see what's going on. Okay, so it says here's what to expect across markets, crypto stocks, and economic data during the week of July 28th, August 1st, which is Friday. We're already in August. For me, I always feel like July is a month that goes by so quick. Or at least I just never remember July's for some reason. They're like one of those months that it goes by fast. Right, so it gives us a snapshot of the S&P DR 500 ETF trust. So it's plus, or it ended plus 0.4% on, I believe it's on Friday because obviously it's not open during the weekend. So it says the SPDR S&P 500 ETF is trading near record highs, continuing a strong rally into overbound territory. Technical momentum is healthy, but a pullback or consolidation is possible amid high valuations. And that's, normal. If something goes up, a lot, I guess for an ETF to, 0.5% to 1% or 2% is a lot. Because there's a lot of money in these ETFs, right? Billions of dollars. So to move it takes a lot of liquidity. So if it goes up 1%, that's a lot, right, for that type of asset. So yeah, so maybe that experienced some type of pullback. Now, if we look at crypto, Bitcoin sitting at 118. I checked it this morning. What's very interesting is that we are kind of, we're seeing things like Ethereum hold really well. Ethereum bounced back all the way from I think it went down all the way to 2,500 or something like that. And it bounced back up to, right, currently it's at 3,700. And it's holding that pretty well while BTC drops. So the kind of the consensus is that we are in alt season, or we're at the beginning of alt season. And again, if you look at the trend, right, the trend is every year after the halvening, we have a we have a parabolic run. So back in 2016, we had the BTC halvening, and then before that too, I think it was 2012 was the one before that. Yeah, like 2012, and then 2013 parabolic run. 2016 halvening, 2017 parabolic run. 2020 halvening, 2021 parabolic run. I don't think that's going to change, right? Maybe, I mean, people are calling for a super cycle. Maybe we get a super cycle, but I still think we're going to go parabolic this year. And really, if next month is August, we don't have that many months left in the year. So if history repeats, we're going to be seeing altcoins bump up soon, right? So not only do we have history on our side, but we also have the price action to back it up. We have Ethereum sitting at 3,700. We have altcoins holding really well. And again, Ethereum's holding pretty well too. 3,700. It went there, and it's pretty much sticking there. And I think its all-time highs is somewhere around 47 to 4,800. And yeah, I think we'll crash to that soon. And I think a lot of the narratives that our people have been hyped about, specifically I think those type of plays are going to do well, and we're going to see that here pretty soon. So yeah, BTC's at 118. BTC has rebounded slightly, trading around 118 after a brief decline. Sentiment remains bolstered by 7 straight weeks of positive Bitcoin spot ETF inflows, totaling about 72 million last week. So yeah, we are seeing a shift though of a lot of that money trickling into Ethereum spot ETFs, but BTC is still getting those inflows, because I was actually looking this up. I was like, does BTC typically, when the BTC dominance falls, does that mean the price falls and a lot of that liquidity goes to altcoins? And it's not necessarily. Actually, it's not the case, because every time BTC dominance goes up, it's just the pace at which when BTC dominance goes down, it's just the pace at which BTC rises slows down, because a lot more liquidity is focused on certain altcoin projects, and that liquidity that was going into BTC has slowed down, but BTC is still getting some inflows, right? It's the number one cryptocurrency. People are not going to forget that. So, and big hedge funds, they'll probably dabble a little bit into these smaller coins, but they know they're going to keep most of their money into BTC or Ethereum. Okay, so economic highlights this week, Wednesday, July 30th. So the FOMC rate decision, Federal Reserve expect to hold rates, is not a surprise. We know that most likely we will be getting this first rate cut this year in September, and then most likely one following after that to end the year off too. And I think Jerome Powell in 2026 his term will be ending, so they'll most likely be looking to appoint somebody else. And if we do get somebody else in the federal chair role, it's going to be somebody that's going to be aligned with what the current administration wants, which is a lot of rate cuts. So I think 2026 will be good for the beginning of 2026. But let's go back. 2025, end of 2025, really bullish for crypto, and that maybe trickle to the first few months. But I think stocks will see more favorable price movement opposed to crypto, because I think we're going to get most of those crypto gains by the end of this year, and then stocks will get the rest of that next year, right? So they'll kind of switch back and forth. Okay, so this is Q2 GDP forecast around 1.9, 2.5% versus a 0.5 contraction in Q1. Key indicator whether growth is resuming sustainability. Thursday, July 1st, June PCE price index core inflation gauge preferred by Fed expected 2.7%. Markets will watch for stickiness in inflation trends. Friday, August 1st, July non-farm payrolls forecasted 106,000 to 115,000 jobs added, and unemployment rate inching to around 4.2%. Wage growth seen at 3.9% year over year. Slowing labor could affect rate cut signals. Yeah, but honestly, I think again we have two rate cuts in the cards for this year. So whether that data that comes in supports that, I still think we get that this year. Um, and yeah, I mean, a lot of people, some people say we're going into a recession. We're not going into recession. Inflation is under control. Some people think inflation is not under control. But we'll see, right? We're getting close to the end of the year, so no need to wait anymore, right? Okay. Corporate earnings and market drivers. Major tech companies, so Microsoft, Meta, Apple, Amazon reporting earnings midweek. I'm not sure if this data is a little stale. I feel like one of these companies already reported earnings, but I could be off. Could have been somebody else. AI and cloud growth expectations in focus. Also reporting United Healthcare, Coinbase, MasterCard, Visa, Chevron, Exxon, and others key clues on consumer spending, financial growth, and crypto exposure. Yeah, so when you have these companies like United Health, Coinbase, MasterCard, well, maybe not United Health, right? Maybe like Coinbase, my MasterCard, Visa, you kind of get a sense of how those companies are doing and how consumers are spending money, right? Master, Visa are kind of what all of our credit cards are run on. So if they're making money, that means they're getting fees. That means people are utilizing their credit card, which I don't see that not being the case. And then Coinbase as well. That's a big telling one too. Coinbase is going up. Obviously, Coinbase does really well when BTC does really well. But then also, if their revenue goes up, that could mean the fees go up as well, right? They charge a decent amount of fees to do transactions. So that just means that people are on their platform trading, and especially if it goes up significantly, it could just back up the fact that altcoin season's here, and we're going to go into a major bull run, right? And then looming, August 1st tariff deadline could disrupt trade sentiment. Yeah, I honestly, so this tariff stuff for me is already priced into the market. I think the market already knows, like, okay, this is kind of the tactic that our administration does, and maybe across the world too. They kind of do this thing, but ultimately they come to some type of deal. Nobody's going to be paying 50, 75% more for a product for that long, right? They're going to come to the table, they're going to make some type of deal, and it's not going to be one of those things where, you have a tariff for a year plus, right? You've seen it as soon as they came out with it a week after, okay, we're going on a 90-day pause, so we're not gonna continue with it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Those are the news to look out for. I would say pay attention if you're a crypto investor. Pay attention to the crypto market. I think we're going into August Friday, and I think things are going to start heating up. So again, just make sure you are paying attention to the markets, paying attention to your portfolio, when to take profit. And again, it's different for everybody. You got to make that decision. But I think here soon we're going to see some really good movement. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's play some chess and let's begin. Ooh, and let me check my mic. Hopefully my mic was working through that whole thing. I'll check it while I'm playing. Um, Ooh, and let me check my mic. Hopefully my mic was working through that whole thing. Okay, looks like my mic is. Looks like my mic is working. All right, let's play faster here. Darn it. I lost the piece. I don't know why I did that. All right. Yeah, he's definitely trying to trade, huh? Yeah, I played really bad this one. Um, but yeah, gotta work with what I have. Unfortunately. Oh, I think he blundered that. Perfect. So I think I'll be in good shape now. I think I'll be in good shape. I got a minute 14 seconds. I think I could do it. I'll up a piece. Shouldn't be bad. I don't know. He wants to talk, but I don't want to talk. All right. He wants to trade pieces. All right. I'll trade pieces with you. There we go. All right. So I have a queen. And there we go. All right. Wow. Came back. Came back. All right. Let's do this. Should be out fine. Yeah. I think that's checkmate. I think that's checkmate. Good game. Yeah. Good game, man. Checkmate. No, I'm going to do somebody else. Pause. Yeah, I don't like to play people back to back. I'll take care. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's not take. Let's do this. Okay, I think I do this. Open up. Alright, let's do that. And I think we're in good shape there. One, well, he has 3 and I have 3, so I don't know if that's good. So I think I gotta go ahead and pin this first. Okay. I think I go ahead and move this to the side, even though it looks like a crazy move. Yeah, maybe I should have castled. Maybe I move this over. I think we're good to take here. Right? Oh no. Actually, let's get this out of the way. And now I think I have 3. I'm moving too slow here. Oh. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Do I sacrifice? Oops. Can I get the W? 13.8 seconds. Oh, hi. Miriam Chess Talk. Hey, Miriam. Welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you before. I think I'll be in good shape. Darn it. No. That was terrible. That was a blunder. Yeah, that was a blunder. I was running out of time. But if I had more time, definitely would have won that game. It was just I was running out of time. That's what was happening. Okay, next game. All right, let's try to not be slow. Okay, he took that. I did not see that. Can you do this? Oh, no. Can't do that. All right. All right, take that. That's fine. That was huge blunders on my end. I don't see anything. Gotta push this up. I gotta kick this horse out. All right, he lost a piece. He's trying to. Yeah, so that's checkmate right there. So I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be fine if we do that. All right, perfect. End game. Got my piece back. For the most part, I'm developed, so I'm just trying to take most of his stuff out. Yeah, I see what you're trying to do here. All right, let's move that out the way. Let's get this queen. Well, it should be fine, right? Yeah, I think. I just wanted to be ahead. I didn't see that. And I'm moving slow. I'm really just good at rapid. This one is like This blitz is not for me. I don't know if he sees this. Hopefully he doesn't. Perfect. Oh no. Darn, he got a piece back. Yeah, that was my bad. Timed out, yeah. Just losing on time here. All right, let's do another one. See if I could be faster. Yeah, just want to get this out of the way. I get a free piece. All right, let's go ahead, trade. Ah, darn it. That was not good. Saw that late. Let's keep moving this up. Yes. Got my piece back. Okay, I gotta move this out the way. Let's go right here. Hopefully he takes that pawn. Because that'll be a fork. I think he will. Yep, there we go. Perfect. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just play with 2 bishops here. Because I think I'm way stronger. Let's go ahead and, oops, take this bishop over here. All right, let's start trading. I wonder if I could checkmate with 2 bishops. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, I think we're good. If he takes, I could take with the bishop. It should be good for us. Perfect. And then what I can do is throw this. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I think we're good. We're in good shape here. Actually, yeah, I could just get him out of there because I can keep that there. I got to be fast though with this checkmate. All right. And I think this might be checkmate here, or close to it. Perfect. Checkmate. All right. That's pretty much it. So yeah, the markets, BTC again is holding pretty good. All coins look like they're ready to explode. So this week, in my opinion, since we're going into August Friday, it should be something exciting. I think we're going to see a lot of good price movement. So again, be paying attention to your wallets. I made a video on like the common mistakes when it comes to crypto investing. So a lot of that has to do with getting a lot of things prepared, like when you're getting ready to sell, or if you're like considering something like overvalued, like how would that, like what would that look like, right? And a lot of it is just looking at market cap and being realistic. Like, okay, for instance, again, I always give this example, but there's some people that think XRP can go to $1,000. That's just not possible with the market cap. XRP may go back to $1 trillion this cycle, maybe a little bit past that, which will put it. I think, what price is it now? I think, yeah, Ethereum's doing really good. Ethereum's at 3,800. That puts it at. Okay, so XRP's at 190, right? So realistically, if you're looking at market cap, highest it could go maybe is a 5x, which will put it at $1 trillion, which would put it maybe close to 12 to 15 bucks, right? So nowhere near $100, nowhere near that. And that's like best case scenario. In my opinion, maybe it reaches like $5-6 this cycle. I just don't see XRP being that. And also, Chris Larson has dumped a lot of XRP. So for you XRP holders, take note of that, right? Take note of that. They're not dumping. It's not like Nvidia where there's an actual business behind it. XRP has been very shaky, let's just say, in the last couple of years. So, but I'll say all that to say I came out with a video that talks about the common mistakes when it comes to cryptocurrency investing. So if you haven't watched that video, watch that video. I think it's going to be very helpful in the next few months. And pay attention to market cap. Don't think your coin is going to go, obviously you want your coin to go to the moon, but, just have realistic targets and don't get greedy. I think that's the main thing, right? Okay. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I will go live. Again, I go live during the week, like 4:30 to 5. Obviously, I go a lot earlier. I would go earlier every day, but again, I work. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.